Welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching today's video. If you are watching it live, good morning. Hope you all have a coffee ready to go. I have actually finished my flat white. I do actually feel like a bit of a fraud because we're called Coffee and Crypto, but I never actually drink coffee on stream anymore. I always drink it beforehand. And well, the reason for that is, for anyone who's been watching since the start, I normally forgot to drink my coffee on stream and then it went cold and it was kind of pointless. So yeah, I always get the coffee in before stream. But anyway, there's a lot going on in crypto. There's not actually a lot going on in the news, surprisingly. However, I have managed to pull together a few kind of topics I want to chat about. The main one being Binance. So you may have seen some Binance FUD last night. I'm going to dive into that in a little bit more detail just after I get through a few more news articles. But yeah, stick around, get comfortable, get ready for, again, another episode of Coffee and Crypto. So, first things first, let's look at today's current prices of the top 10. I'm going to actually just quickly refresh this. I've had it open for a couple of hours now. There we go. Okay, so first things first then, Bitcoin is currently sitting at $26,000 still. Hasn't moved much since yesterday's video. Ethereum at 1,664. We then have the talk of the town, BNB, currently sitting at $210. XRP is just below, a smidgen below 52 cents. We then have Cardano at 26 cents. Dogecoin at 0.06, Solana at $21, and then Tron at 0.07. So, yeah, much the same as yesterday. There's really not been any movement in crypto in general. One thing that does annoy me quite a lot is when you see things like this. Harry Potter, Obama, Pac-Man 8, Inu, and the ticker is XRP. Like, what's that all about? Is anyone investing in Harry Potter, Obama, Pac-Man 8, Inu? I heard it's absolutely banging. It's crazy to think that these are even possible market cap. Is that 83 million? Am I right in saying that? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Or is that 83,000? Anyway, nonetheless, don't hate me if I'm not investing in that and you are. It's a bit of a strange one. Even that, look, Cyber Connect. Their logo looks kind of XRP-like. Yeah, very interesting. Anyway, that's enough for the prices of Cyber Connect and Harry Potter, Obama, Pac-Man 8. Inu. Crypto is such a mess, man. Right, anyway, let's move into some news because I do have quite a lot to cover and that's more important than some random meme coins. So, this one's quite a big one. So, Coinbase takes equity stake in Circle as the Centre Consortium shuts down. So, you may have heard of both Coinbase and Circle. If you haven't, I'm going to read out and explain a little bit more in detail what they are. So Coinbase and Circle have redefined their relationship. According to the identical announcements on the Coinbase and Circle blogs yesterday on August 21st, the two organizations jointly launched the USDC coin. So there you go, that should be your first click. Circle is behind USDC. And until now have governed the token through a Centre Consortium. Now the Centre Consortium will no longer exist as a standalone entity, the blog post says, and the governance and operations will be handled in-house. Circle will have enhanced responsibilities, including holding smart contract keys and regulatory compliance. The crypto firms attributed the move to increased regulatory clarity. So, yeah, there's a lot going on with regulation, as we all know. Coinbase is kind of at the forefront of it, but that's why they have decided to kind of become a joint force. So Circle and Coinbase have agreed that with growing regulatory clarity for stablecoins in the US and around the world, the requirement of separate governance body like Centre is no longer needed. And the co-founder, Jeremy, has said that on an X thread, that Circle and Coinbase are extending and deepening our commercial relationship, with Coinbase taking an equity stake in Circle. No value is stated for the Coinbase shares. Now, obviously, It's probably a kind of closed deal. I can't imagine they're going to go public with how much they're paying for the shares, considering, well, the both of them kind of were already partners, I guess. They already kind of helped set up USDC anyway. It's probably just a bit of a kind of closed deal. There's no need to shout about it because they've been sorting it in the background and they're doing it for the greater good for both Coinbase, crypto, and I guess Circle as well. But anyway, that's the news. That's the big news coming from Coinbase and from Circle. It's not going to make a huge or any difference to your life or the stablecoin. However, it's regarding security of the regulations that are obviously a hot topic at the moment. I actually have something I'm just about to cover again from the SEC, shock. But yeah, because of regulation, they're having to kind of move things a bit different. And yeah, nothing to worry about, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Now, next then, the SEC charges crypto investment manager Titan with misleading advertising claims. So, here we go again. The SEC are at it once again. So, fintech investment advisor Titan Global Capital Management has agreed to cease and desist order by the US SEC, along with the censoring penalties after the agency pressed charges related to advertising and compliance failures. According to the SEC, the New York-based firm made misleading claims on its website that they were based on hypothetical performance in violation of the SEC's amended marketing rule in December 2020. This was the first case of charges made under that rule, and the SEC Senior Informant Officer Osman Nuaz said in a statement, "The Commission amended the marketing rule to allow for the use of hypothetical performance metrics, but only if advertisers comply with requirements reasonably designed to prevent fraud. This action serves as a warning for all advisors to ensure compliance." Now, it's funny that they changed the rules back in December 2020, and this is the first company to have broken those rules, and they're making a bit of a statement. So the SEC have went to town on them. Again, they're trying to make an example here. This tends to be what happens. They will try and find someone to use and to make an example of. In this case, they have used Titan, and it's to, I guess, to scare off anyone else, a bit of scaremongering, a bit of FUD, for anyone else to make sure that you don't kind of, well, mislead with your hypothetical performance claims. Now, Titan claimed annualized performance based on 3 weeks of data could lead to returns of up to 2,700% on its Titan crypto product, which debated in August 2021. The SEC found that the firm also made unclear statements about the crypto asset custody and other policies and failed to adopt appropriate policies on employee trading in the period of a period leading up to October 2022. So, again, basically, what they're trying to say is, that is, no financial advice, right? I can't guarantee anything in crypto, unfortunately, so don't take anything that I say as guidance. I'm just a news channel. But what I have seen in the past is more than 2,700% gains in the crypto space. Obviously, you have to understand that there's a risk involved, a high risk of you losing all your money. Your money could literally go to zero. However, we have seen in the past, based on just, history, facts, that 2,700% in a 12-month kind of period in a bull market, of course, is actually possible. So it's a bit annoying that this has happened. It's a bit unfair, but again, it may have just been how they have worded it. I don't know. I've never been on their website. It may have just been their wording of it. So yeah, it could have looked quite misleading. I'm unsure. Now, Titan is registered by the SEC and is a member of the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. The firm self-reported some of the issues and cooperated with the investigation before agreeing to the SEC order. Without admitting or denying the SEC findings, the SEC action also included $192,000 in a disgorgement of ill-gotten gains with interest and a fine of $850,000. That will be distributed to affected customers. So, yeah, bit of a nothing news. Not going to mean too much for us, but I guess it's important to see that the SEC is still at it. whether they're coming after people for using an unregistered security or whatever you want to call it, they're also doing it for advertisements as well. Even though technically the gains are possible, the way it was worded is potentially false and unfortunate for the company. But yeah, that's the two bits of news I wanted to kind of get out the way before I move into the Binance news. So let me get a quick sip of my water here, and then we'll jump into Binance, because there's a few topics of interest regarding Binance, and I want to kind of clear up maybe some FUD that's going about. I want to clear up and kind of help you understand a bit more in detail of what's actually going on with Binance. And, well, is it over for BNB? Because if it is, it's going to be a tough ride for crypto, put it that way. But anyway, let me get a quick sip and then we'll jump back in. Okay, so first one. Binance limits withdrawals in Europe and cites a payment processor issue. So this was the first part of news. This isn't the big main kind of show that I wanted to cover, but this is the first part of Binance FUD that's going about. So, customers of Binance Exchange are allegedly facing troubles with the fiat withdrawals in Europe due to issues related to a single euro payments area transfers. So, the exchange has allegedly suspended euro withdrawals and deposits via SEPA. Binance's support wrote in a now deleted message on X on August 20th. I like this as well. I wonder how long it's going to take for us to drop this part. X, formerly Twitter. Anyway, in a post, the cryptocurrency exchange said it didn't have the specific time frame for restoring SEPA transfers, adding that its payment provider can no longer support these transactions. They said, "We understand the inconvenience that this has caused, and we're actively working to resolve this as soon as possible." Now, again, it's just a user base in Europe, and they somehow deleted the message as well, so not quite sure what's going on there. But the statement came in response to an alleged Binance user in Europe who claimed to have bought a large amount of euro on Binance a few days ago. The alleged client complained that being unable to withdraw the euros to their bank account or sell them on Binance due to the closure of the PaySafe account. They added, "According to customer support, there is nothing I can do about it except wait for Binance to find a new payment provider. Letting users buy euro just to block them from accessing it right afterwards is what you would expect from a scam exchange, not Binance." Now, look, I'm a big believer of people just being Karens, and everyone knows what a Karen is. I almost feel, do you know what, actually just kind of off topic, but I almost feel that in 2023, even 2024, just the way things have moved the past few years, I've got a feeling that using the term Karen will be banned. I feel it's going to be against human rights to people called Karen, that you can no longer call people Karens for being Karens. I feel like it's going to be a big cancel culture. You know what I'm talking about? The past year has seen an uprise in the maddest of things for people to get cancelled online. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that Karen and being called a Karen is up next. Yeah, sorry, slightly off topic, but I don't know. The world's nuts, man. The world is absolutely off the rails. Bring back 2019. Since 2020, the world has just... I don't even know what the word is that I want to use, but it's not a very kind of... Well, it's an interesting place to live now, but I don't know if it's that all enjoyable, especially in the UK and from what I've seen in the US. But yeah, anyway, please don't cancel me for calling someone a Karen, but just... I see a lot of it now, and I think it's an emotional thing with the crypto prices and the crypto markets. We see it a lot. We've seen it basically from November 2022 onwards, November 21, should I say. Since the all-time high of Bitcoin, we've seen a really high kind of drive in Karens being more prominent in the crypto space, and people just moaning, people just having a right good moan. I don't know if it's the UK, I don't know if it's the weather, I don't know what it is, but people just love to moan, man. Like it's incredible. But this comment that I'm reading here, I don't know, this guy's clearly not from the UK, right? Because he's depositing euro. But just like even just wording that, like letting users buy euro just to block them, then accessing it right afterwards is what you would expect from scam exchanges. Like, shut up, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's what, when I'm reading that, I'm just cringing at whoever that is. And secondly, I'm just like, shut up. Honestly, just get a grip. If you're moaning about not being able to withdraw it, whatever it may be, I'm sure it's a small issue that will get fixed in a few days or whatever it may be. Yes, it's frustrating, but I'm sure Binance will help you out somehow. Like, it's not their problem technically. They're telling you that it's this SEPA, which is like the payment processing. That's not Binance. That's a payment processor that works alongside Binance. So why don't you break it down a little bit and understand that Binance are obviously not wanting this to happen, right? Like, they want your money. They want you to invest in their... Maybe he was going to invest in BNB, for example, or whatever it may be. They want your fees of any coin that you invest in. So why on earth would Binance, one of the richest and most successful and largest crypto exchanges in the kind of crypto world, why would they want to hold a couple of thousand of your euros? Like, what are they going to do with it? They can't go buy anything. They can't spend it. Like, this is what I mean. Like, people are just too quick to jump to conclusions and just jump like, oh, that's a scam. You're scamming me. Blah, blah. Like, calm down and shut up. Like, have a cup of coffee. In fact, maybe don't, because then you'll get a bit more caffeine. Maybe you'll get a bit more energized. Go drink some water and just, I don't know, go watch something on YouTube. Because it's stuff like this. This happens all over the place, right? But especially in crypto, it really frustrates me that people really just jump on things super, super quick and react. And again, they're just called Karens. That's the best way I can explain it. And hopefully you're on board with what I mean with the crypto Karens of the world. Again, hopefully I don't get cancelled soon enough for using Karens as a term. I feel it's going to be a derogative term very soon. Anyway, look, I kind of went off in one there, but that's why you all tune in to Coffee and Crypto. That's why you love watching Coffee and Crypto, because you watch me. I'm a little bit loopy, and obviously the coffee and the drugs are kicking in. And yeah, I'm going off in one, but hopefully you enjoyed that little rant. But yeah, anyway, if you're a crypto Karen, please just go have a drink of water, chill out, watch some car vlogs on YouTube, and just, it's all good, man. There's more to life than moaning. I feel like I wish I knew this guy, because I'd really help him out in life. There's more to life than moaning about a couple of thousand euros being stuck in Binance for a few days because of their payment processors. Again, see, to be honest, this is why I personally use SwissBorg. I've never had an issue, personally. You may have had an issue with level 3 or your bank holding money or verification elsewhere, but me, personally, I've only kind of ever, well, I say ever, have I pretty much, do you know what? Well, other than like maybe Coinbase back in the day, I don't think I have deposited onto Binance, maybe once. I'm just trying to think back. But yeah, anyway, like I said, personally, I've never had an issue like that at depositing any type of money on SwissBorg. And yeah, maybe their payment processors are just better. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I use SwissBorg for all my on-ramp and off-ramp. And even if I wanted to get money onto Binance or money onto another exchange, I still personally go through SwissBorg first to then get to the other exchange. It's just something that I've always did, never had an issue, and why try and fix something that's not broken, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, let's move on from that. I spent a little bit too long on that. But yeah, right, let's get into the first kind of part of the FUD for BNB, right? So Whale Chart, I don't really love their tweets, right? But anyway, they tweeted, Binance is allegedly selling Bitcoin to support the price of their own token BNB. So you may have seen this the past 24 hours about Binance potentially having to, I guess, be market called and at a kind of scare of liquidation of collateral loans they have on BNB, and then potentially, or some people are evidently saying that they're selling their Bitcoin holdings to kind of support the BNB price. So let's jump into it, see what's actually going on. This is pretty funny, actually. Again, tweets memes, just help things sometimes. Not meme coins, but memes. Image memes help. And I feel like almost there's maybe the next round, maybe if NFTs pick back up, I feel like there'll be some really good like memes like this sold as NFTs. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe I should start making some NFT memes. But yeah, anyway, right. So that's not part of what I wanted to show you, but it is pretty funny. So let's look at this part of the news then. So Binance Coin BNB woes continue as liquidation fears mount. So interesting. Now, Binance's coin decline has raised concerns about a possible large-scale liquidation if it gets below $210. I've seen elsewhere that it was 212, and yeah, there's all these magic numbers getting thrown up. Binance's issues with SEPA transfers have resulted in further decline in BNB's value, causing a 32% loss since June. Now, the pressure of the world's largest crypto exchange continues, which can be visualized via the performance of the native asset BNB. Now, the continued decline of BNB has some speculating that the larger liquidation could be on the horizon. Now, the crypto social media is reacting to the continued decline in BNB prices, theorizing that the exchange may start liquidate its Bitcoin holdings to keep it afloat. So, yeah, it's not looking good, bruv, as we like to say. The news for Binance is really good these days. First bit of FUD. The exchange announced that it was limiting fiat withdrawals in Europe, citing issues related to a single euro payment issue. I just covered that. Because of SEPA transfers, we've had a bit of an issue, right? We get that. As a result, BNB token has tanked even further. BNB, which is still the fourth largest asset by market cap, has slid a further 3% on the day. The decline has dropped the asset below $210 for the first time since June 2022. Moreover, BNB has now lost 32% since the SEC sued the Binance and CEO in June. Oh no, it's not looking good, bruv. However, this is interesting. This is where it starts getting juicy. So, crypto industry analysts, whoever they are, fear a repeat of FTX FTT token collapse in November that caused a cascade of catastrophes across the industry. I don't think it was quite the same as FTX, but whatever. I'll let CryptoX do what it needs to do. Crypto analyst Sun Decree, whoever that guy is, told their 71,000 followers that the $32 billion BNB market cap is the equivalent to around 1.2 million BTC. If BNB's value drops, Binance might liquidate Bitcoin to support BNB's price. This strategy is sustainable until it's not. If it fails, we could see a situation reminiscent of FTX, but magnified. Now, here we go. So as BNB goes, so does Binance, and BNB looks slick. BUSD is already dead in the water, and if BNB drops under $200, it could quickly collapse. Now, this guy who is CEHV partner, who has been stoking and spreading a lot of exchange fear, uncertainty and doubt. Again, I've mentioned that a few times. That is FUD, if you don't know what that means. So far, it looks like Binance is trying to liquidate this as really small chunks to stave off larger liquidation. But people keep pushing BNB to test it further. Now, I'm not even going to bother talking about this, but FTX, I don't think this is anywhere near the same situation as FTX. But do you know what? I'll read it over for anyone that kind of isn't up to date with what was going on with the FTX kind of scandal. At the moment, it appears to be a lot of FUD, but the memory of FTX is still fresh for many. It's not really. To put things into perspective, BNB was trading at $22 this time 3 years ago. How insane is that? Furthermore, the asset has retreated less than 70% from its all-time high. Comparatively, most of the DeFi tokens remain down more than 90% from their peak. Yeah, welcome to the bear market. Is it your first time? Welcome. It's nice to have you. However, the issue remains that BNB is heavily intertwined with Binance and most of its DeFi products, so keep an eye on it, might not be a bad idea. And additionally, Binance is still public enemy number one for global regulators as the lawsuits pile up. Now, yeah, it's what's going on. No one really knows, right? That's the main thing. No one really knows what's going on. What we believe to see is, I don't think I actually have it open. Let me just double check before I kind of go off in one. I guess that's kind of part of what I wanted to cover. That's definitely not what I wanted to cover. I'll read this first, then I'll go into it in a bit more detail about the kind of liquidation stuff. So far, it looks like Binance is trying to liquidate this in really small chunks to starve off large liquidation. I just covered that, but BNB, like I said, keeps pushing it. Since it's OTC and they claim to have already set aside the money on the books, why not just get it over with? So this is just showing you details of what they actually have in their holdings, essentially, and the value and whatever. But what people are calling for is, rather than trying to do it all at once, because that would cause mass liquidation, they're trying to support the asset by slowly but surely kind of selling off. Again, this is potentially, I don't know for sure, slowly but surely sell off different parts of Bitcoin and whatever to then help keep BNB at a set price. It's an interesting time in crypto. Now, we are in August. It's not always a great time, based on history, to be involved in crypto. A lot of the fear is spread largely through kind of August and in September as well. And I do expect there to be more to come. Do I expect BNB to collapse? Do I expect Binance to collapse? Personally, I don't. Now, that's just my opinion. Think what you want. Do your own research on that. But my own opinion is no, I don't think it will. Yes, it's a bit of a kind of scary time at the moment because there is so much fear going about, not just in Binance, but in crypto in general. But as silly as it sounds, it's all part of the game. It's really just how it works. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we are living in it. It's part of the game. We need to kind of keep our heads high. We need to keep our emotions level. And we need to remember that we don't want to become a crypto Karen, moaning and sharing your emotions on Twitter or on Discord or wherever it is you're part of. If you're part of a Instagram group or whatever it may be, the main thing to remember is your emotions will help you act differently or will drive you to act differently. But after the rain settles, I don't know if that's, or after the dust settles, what's the saying? Whatever the saying is, after that settles, you'll look back and you'll remember, I was just acting on emotions there. I was tweeting on emotions. I was acting as a crypto Karen on emotions. And you'll look back, hopefully you'll look back and you'll think, if I just didn't say a word, I just went for a quick sip of ice cold water and watched that YouTube video instead of moaning, then my life would be a bit easier. But yeah, look, like I said, there's a lot going on in crypto right now, and I'm here to try and help my best, or help you, to be the best person you can be. I've experienced the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever you want to call it, the lawsuits, all that good, bad stuff, but I'm still here. Spirits are still high. I'm still showing up every single day. Well, apart from last week, I was off on holiday. However, apart from that, I'm showing up every single day to try and kind of help, obviously speak a little bit about crypto, help you keep your mind okay. Again, I wish I could help you further, but I'm here to provide you some news, some facts, some info, and hopefully it then kind of gets you in a better place to be involved in crypto. Of course, always do your own research. Don't just listen to what I say. I'm just a crazy guy on the internet that goes live from his office every morning to chat about this weird online stuff. If you are going to invest, please make sure you do your own research and know that you can literally lose all of your money if you are investing in crypto. It's a very, very highly volatile place. It's not safe and it's not for the faint-hearted. So yeah, just buckle up, do your research, and anyway, that's part parcel. I'm just here to educate you on some of the news, all right? But anyway, that was a bit of a different outro for today's video. And hopefully it helped. Hopefully all of what I've covered today has helped you a little bit. I will be back tomorrow for another episode of Coffee and Crypto. As ever, each and every single weekday morning, I'm here to help out with the latest and greatest and also help you get your mind right. But that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching Coffee and Crypto. If you are interested in getting a bit more information about what we offer, then obviously you can see it on your screen right now. We have Certified Crypto CC Pro, which is our 2,000 plus active Discord community where we help you out as much as possible through the day. We do have some interesting things going live today and tomorrow for members, as well as a roadmap and further things coming very, very soon. So yeah, you best get involved to see what that is. And yeah, that's all from me. Hope you have a great day. I will speak to you tomorrow morning for another episode. But yeah, have a great one. I'll speak to you very, very soon. See ya.